Good evening. By the time this video is released, you would be seeing on TV screens a lot of these pundits giving their own analysis of if there was a swing of 2% this side, this will happen. If there is a swing of 5% that side, that will happen, and all this type of a thing. If this cost combination were to be like this, this will be the results, etc., etc., etc. Maybe this is the first time NDTV will be publishing its election analysis, exit polls, election results without being under the control of Pranab Rai. He is the man who has initiated and started this type of a exit poll related discussions on the TV. There was a time when I also used to enjoy it and keenly follow it, but not anymore, because once you know the exit polls themselves are biased, have the bias of a party is one thing, or sometimes managed financially, they lose their credibility. Similarly, all these analysts who sit there also, once they have it could be two things. One, an ideological bias. The second is they can also be bought over. So both these things are a possibility, and that's happening. So these chaps like Yogesh Yadav and others whom we used to think as some great analysts, you now know they have their own angle. So once they have an angle, the objectivity is lost. In any case, that's one thing. So broadly summarizing these elections, which is now taking place, the last phase, and will be over in another 2-3 hours, what will be the future of BJP and Congress? Because these are the two main parties that will emerge once this election is over. Let's first see BJP. BJP, if only they went for an election immediately after consecration ceremony of Rama Mandir, or it was delayed till about April, May, March, and then there was an election, the results would have been different, because all emotive issues, the impact will be very, very short. So to expect an emotive issue to have its influence for 3-4 months may not really happen. That's exactly what happened today in the elections. Rama Mandiram is not a major issue. So to that extent, BJP may not really gain because of the Ram Mandir, but BJP may gain because of many other things. First of all, elections are for the parliament. So local issues may not really determine the outcome of the result. So this is one major issue. I think in the end, BJP crossing 300 and being somewhere around 320, 315 will largely depend on what happens in West Bengal. West Bengal 2019, surprisingly, BJP came up, I think, with about 17 or so MPs and was on a upward swing. That upward swing should have taken them and given them the state leadership in the ensuing state level elections. But that did not happen because the COVID effect was there at that time. It was at its height when these elections were held, and it had a negative impact. The rule of Mamata Banerjee is abysmal, so there is nothing to talk about it. That being the case, I have a feeling the BJP may really sweep in West Bengal, which may put them far, far beyond 300 mark in the Lok Sabha. The second most important state to watch out can be Maharashtra. Maharashtra, right from the beginning, this whole Hindu consolidation and Hindu vote was never one vote for BJP. It was a divided vote between Shiv Sena and BJP. As long as they were combined, they were able to hold on to that vote. But for a long time, the senior partner was always Shiv Sena and BJP was the junior partner. So we have cartoons and jokes like Bal Thackeray sitting there and BJP people going with a file and standing before him. So that was the scene. After Bal Thackeray's demise, because slowly the tilt has happened and BJP has gained, and Shiv Sena is slowly losing out. More so because BJP has a much better leadership in Maharashtra compared to Shiv Sena, and Shiv Sena is mostly hereditary legacy leadership which is bound to fail. But in the process of getting into power in a highly fragmented political scenario, they had to make a lot of compromises. How people will view these compromises, and will they really ignore it and vote back to BJP, or there will be some doubts of people on these issues will decide Maharashtra voting. Maharashtra is very, very important because after Bengal it has almost all 40 to 42 MP seats. So that's another important area one has to watch out, which will decide which way the BJP will go, whether it will cross 300 or will be somewhere between 280 to 300 is the point. Regarding other areas like Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Haryana, people saying that they will lose some. It's okay. I mean, you cannot have a sweep all the time, but you may not lose much, and whatever little you lose there, you may make up some other places. Like Telangana, they are going to have a substantial gains. Similarly in Orissa. So this may compensate for whatever they lose in the Hindi heartland. Punjab, of course, one has to see, because they have come out of the Akali Dal's alliance and are contesting on their own, which means the Hindu vote, which is substantial in Punjab, may consolidate to BJP. Which is urban. Urban Hindu vote may consolidate, giving them some good results in some seats. The Jat vote may not really come to BJP this time, because there is a Jat Sikh. Somehow BJP failed to cultivate them properly. So that's a problem. But Punjab has a lot of Dalit votes. Which way they go will determine finally the outcome of the Punjab elections. But then Punjab is about 10 to 11 MP seats. So that's where it stands. Giving out the Hindi heartland and Punjab and West Bengal and Maharashtra, the other crucial places would be Orissa, of course, which we talked about. Down south, yes, they have to, one can only put a question mark whether they get, I mean, other than Kerala, all others put together, whether they can have about 4 or 5 is what we can think. In fact, in the long run, BJP can only keep becoming a formidable force, 300 plus, provided they can, in the next 5 years, win over a lot of southern states. I mean, that they need to have a straight focus and then get themselves established in these 3 states of Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, and it's not difficult. Then one more major thing coming out of these elections of 2024 is a point which one should not forget. This is an election where in about 4 or 5 states where there were an alliance earlier, BJP is going alone. Take Punjab. Always they were in alliance with Akali Dal. They are going alone there. Orissa, they are competing on their own. Tamil Nadu, always they used to go with AIDMK, this time they are going on their own. Of course, right from the beginning they were going on their own in Kerala. So, if they can get 300 plus going alone in these 3-4 places, that will be a good basis for the party to develop further in future in these areas. If anybody asks me what is your takeaway from 2024 elections, unhesitatingly I will say the way the Kashmiris voted. Could anybody have imagined maybe 5 years, 10 years back that there could be a free and fair poll in Kashmir, incident free, with a good turnout and people exercising their franchise? No. And that's what happened. I mean, if anything for which credit can be given to this government, more than anything else, it is the way they have handled Kashmir. Not just that they have scrapped 370, they ensured the whole 5 years ran with mostly incident free, conducted elections, free and fair elections without incident. In fact, it is inability to conduct free and fair elections which is the main cause of the Kashmiri problem. When central government under Congress tried to rig the elections in favor of the Abdullahs, people revolted. The Abdullahs and Muftis who today claim and talk as if they are the guardians of Kashmir and Kashmiriyat are the real villains. To get him elected when the election was rigged, there was popular opinion could not express itself in the election process, and all that has turned into a violent agitation, stone throwing, etc. The moment you ensure a free and fair election for people to come, participate and vote, good or bad, their steam is out. So to that extent, they feel part of the process of administration. That will ensure that they don't take up too much of a, get lured by the violent activity. So that's one good thing. Second, of course, the economy is doing extremely well. Thanks to the last 10 years of good work, Modi has just a day or two back upgraded Indian economy from stable to positive. That's not a small thing. It's a big achievement. Similarly, fiscal deficit is going down. The RBI is giving a good dividend. I think this is a very good foundation for the government to work on for the next 5 years, putting India on a totally different orbit. Thank you.